Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, grow well. Salvation today, I come to preach in this truth in sincerity to the four corners of the earth. Hey, brother Howard here, back with another lesson. Feeding the flock of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hope this video we edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is your Akakodash. Basing on the scripture in Genesis 4:1, going down into the topic, which is who's the wicked, because the wicked always trying to slay the righteous, and this is happening from the beginning till all now, because Esau, coming down on Jacob once again, which is Cain, coming down on Abel, to slew him. So the same way how Esau wanna slew Jacob. So going down into the scripture in Genesis 4:1. Right. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. So going back to Cain was the firstborn, and that sounding familiar. To the Achaeans, we know who come first. Esau did come first. Same way as Cain came first, Going on in it say, and said, I have begotten a man from Yahweh, and she again bare his brother Abel. So who was the second one? Jacob. What is the second one in this scripture here? Abel. So we always the last child. We was the second. And what second go back to confirmation. And we gain confirmation in. Confirmation is we gain the kingdom of heaven, which Yahweh shall make a covenant unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Get the covenant. We get confirmed that we go and get the covenant, which is the kingdom of heaven. Which is Yahweh who made a covenant unto Abraham. So I just want to clear the air with that. Going on into it, it's a and she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep. And it sounds familiar. Was what Jacob was to used to be in the tent, and he used to be just going through scriptures and all these things, and for you to be keeping of the sheep, you will be with the sheep and spending time, reasoning with the Most High and everything. You having quality times with the sheep and with Yahweh Shai. But Cain was a tiller of the ground. So Cain was out there. And Esau was out there. Esau was the hunter. Cain was always out there, doing his planting and all this stuff. So a familiar spirit, they always out there, out there on the battlefield, and the battlefield go back into hunting, planting and all these things, Verse 3, see, and in process of time, it come to pass that Cain brought of the first of that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and offer it unto Yahweh. And Abel he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof, and Yahweh had respect unto Abel and to his offering. So Yahweh was, pleased with Abel offering, because Abel bring forth his first, his first flock, and that first flock, going back to the Passover, when it say get a young sheep, and slaughter it and pass it on the doorpost, So he offering that sheep, that first flock, he was, firstling, which is a young, the first male, of the sheep and him, you know. Yahweh was pleased with that, because that's even symbols Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai was the ultimate sacrifice for us, you know. He died for us, you know. So he say, it continue, he say, and Yahweh had respect unto Abel of his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. So Cain, you know, that let us show you the envy and the jealousy, you know, Cain, you know, on Abel, because Yahweh was pleased, you know, Abel offering. So so Cain, you know, he envied that. He envied that the Lord was pleased with Abel offering and not he. He was wanted to be first, or always wanted, you know, to get a better say than Abel, you know. But Yahweh was pleased with Abel offering, you know, because Cain come with no respect towards the father, you know. So continuing, it say, and Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? So Yahweh asking Cain, hey, why you wroth? Because Yahweh know all things. And just by seeing his countenance, he wroth. You know, he vexed with himself, spirits on him. You know, they say, and why is thy countenance fallen? So Yahweh don't see any spirits on him. You know, because when you start again, when your countenance had to fall low, you know, is you going on righteousness, and on unrighteous spirit coming on you, you know, wickedness, sinful, evil, you know. It say, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted, you know. So the Lord asking, hey, if you ain't do well, you know, shall thou not be accepted? So like I say, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? So, you know, the Lord asking Cain, hey, if you ain't do well, you know, if you do well, you know, you will get accepted. Shall thou not be accepted? You know, so the Lord say, hey, you do good, you know, and you will be accepted. Keep on, you know, doing good things, you know. But to Cain, he wanted to do, he wanted everything. He wanted to be, you know, he wanted to have dominion over everything. He wanted to be a leader over everything. You know, he didn't care about his brother. He didn't love our brother like how we love himself. You know, he wanted to be, you know, this man of power. You know, so he go to say in verse 7, he say, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And that sin go back is to what? Where sin, transgression of the law. Sin is transgression of the law. So where it say sin late at the door, so that go back to all these other spirits, all these left hand side spirits, all these, you know, because when you commit sin, is you opening that door for spirits to come in, you know, and that go back to sin, you know, because everything is vexation and spirit, you know, vanity and vexation and spirit. So when you study all these things, all these vexation and vanity and spirits, is you add on to yourself, you know, so you can commit sin, you know, over these vanities, you know. It say, and unto thee shall be, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So, you know, he was want to rule over Abel, you know. He want to be the you know, he want to be ruling after his father Adam. He want to be ruling, you know, wherever they are, and all the flocks and everything, and, you know, the land, wherever he want to inherit everything, you know. He didn't wanted Abel to inherit nothing. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it come to pass when they were in the field, you know. So Cain and Abel was in the field together, you know, that Cain rose up against Abel. So Cain rose up against Abel, you know. He like going back to the, you know, to Esau. You know, that we're gonna jump into Esau just now, and, you know, and to bring back and bring out, you know, the scripture about Esau talking about the similar spirit that they had. Because we're going, Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. So who in the right man got slew their brother? Who in the right man got kill their own brother? That is sure the wicked. The wicked. You know? Let's look at scripture here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They are astray. They are astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. You know. So this is like the Lord say, hey, you know, if you do well, you know, then everything will be accepted. But if you open, you know, if you sin, you know, it could be by if you sin and lie it, you know, then you accepting, you know, you accepting all kind of unclean spirits and all kind of, you know, a dark continents. All these things go beyond you, and that going back to you being wicked. That going back to you being a sinful, you know, person. So who Cain was a wicked man, because why? You know, he slew his own brother, he killed his own brother. That's why he got to say the wicked are estranged from the wood. That's why he countenance was fallen. You know, that's why he because why was because he was thinking, you know, evil towards his brother. He was thinking wicked towards his brother, to kill his brother. You know, that's why I see the wicked is estranged from the womb. They go on astray as soon. They go on astray soon as they be born, speaking lies. You know. So going back to the scripture in Genesis, and the Lord, verse 9, 4 and verse 9, Salakia. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. So go back to the scripture in Psalms, you know, 58 and 3. It say the wicked is the wicked, you know. We go forth speaking lies, you know. They are strayed from the womb speaking lies. So what he don't say, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, which is Cain, I know not. So you know kill your brother. You know kill your brother, and you blaspheming, lying, and saying I know him not. You know? Going back to the scripture in Psalm, bring back again. The wicked are the wicked is estranged from the womb. They are astray as soon. They go astray as soon as they be as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So he said the wicked are estranged from the womb. So he go forth speaking lies. So when he Hashem asks him, you know, where is thy brother? What he say? He say, I know not. Let's show how who's the wicked. You know? He go to say, I am not my brother's keeper. And you disrespectful. You talking to Yahweh about Hashem Yahushai. You know, Yahweh, that time you talking to Yahweh, you disrespectful. You have no respect. Let's show you down to your offering, have no respect. You know? Because he was a sin, he's sin in your mind. You're thinking bad towards your brother. You offering up something towards the Lord, but you thinking evil towards your brother. That we're offering, he gonna give the Lord if he gonna be better than my own, or if he also gonna be better than he. You just think, you know, wickedly. You know? That's why he go to say, and he said, what has thou done? That Yahweh said, and what else? Salakia. And Yahweh said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother blood cried unto me from the ground. So Abel, Abel, Lord, he in Abel in his spiritual realm, calling out to them, Lord is being physical and his spiritual because he in control of everything. So he know, hey, he don't know when King kill Abel a long time. Long time. He don't know King kill Abel. But the Lord is, that how the Lord is work. The Lord is still, question him. And he showed the true color himself, being wicked. And he from being a liar, being a wicked, being wicked, being a liar, being evil, That's why it say the wicked are strained from the womb, go forth speaking lies, So since Abel come from Eve womb as the firstborn, he was wicked, and Abel was the righteous one. He never think about killing his brother. Never talk about being better than his brother. Not like that. He always, a peaceful one with his flock, seeing out his sheep and all these things, and giving Yahweh Shem Shai thanks and praise and offering, and going and, offering for sacrificing the firstborn of the flock, the firstling from the flock, for offering to Yahweh Shem Shai. Yahweh Shem Shai was pleased on it. He was pleased by Abel offering, but Abel, Cain was displeased, He wanted to be better, but his mind alone, by doing an offering was dirty. His mind was evil towards his brother. So how you gonna give an offering to Yahweh Shem Shai when you being evil and sinful in your mind? And Yahweh Shem Shai know all things. He knows your thoughts. He knows your wants. He knows your needs. Verse 11, and it read, and now art thou cursed from the earth. So Abel, or Cain is cursed. So Yahweh Shem Shai curse on Abel since when Eve and Adam get put out of the garden, he was cursed. So the Lord put a curse on Cain. And that curse go down into all reincarnation. It go down straight to Esau. So that curse go down straight onto Esau, because they say which had opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. So the earth open out and receive, Abel's blood, and from thy hand, and that thy hand he kill your own brother. So you commit the first, death on the earth. You shed the first blood, and that ain't sound familiar. Going down in the scripture. I'm gonna bring out Esau now. And tell me if it's a similar spirit. Salakia. This is the book of Genesis chapter 27 verse 38. Going on a little bit into the point. It say, and Esau said unto, Esau, which is Rebekah, and Isaac, everybody know the story. Esau come out first, and Jacob come out holding, Esau heel. So that goes so spiritual. Esau was the firstborn, Jacob was the secondborn. So this going on into the blessing when Isaac go down into his old age, and he decided to bless his both son. But we know how the story go. Esau going out to hunt, and Rebekah called Jacob and say, well, your father go and bless your brother and all these things. So go and disguise yourself as a brother put on his cologne and everything, make his best meal and bring it out for your brother, because we supplanters. So even Rebecca, teaching her son to supplant, his father to get the blessing. And I'll show you how the Lord has put things in place, and the Lord is in control of everything, and everything is happening for the better good. Let's say we're down to verse 38, chapter 27 in Genesis. It say, and Esau said unto his father, Has thou but one Slakia? I was upon 27. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servant, and with corn and wheat and wine has I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? So, Jacob don't get all the blessings, Jacob Isaac don't letting Esau know, hey, everything is on your brother get all the, your brother get the blessings, which you gotta, which is everything gotta give on to Jacob, So you go to say, and Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing for me? Bless me, even me also. So Esau now, asking Isaac for a blessing. But going back to Genesis 4, spiritually watch it, Cain was cursed, same way as Esau was cursed, because why? He never get the first blessing. He never get the kingdom of heaven, He never get to rule, over the nations, But Esau still gave Isaac still gave him a blessing. When I go down into it say, Oh my father, and Esau lift up his voice and weep. So we know Esau, he's a little, he have plenty feminism in him, He's a little bitch, he crying, with his loud voice weeping for a blessing. But he knew to himself, that envious, the envious, jealous, mind, deceitful minds that he have. He studied more what Jacob get. So he still want to weep and bawl out, to his father, give my blessing, And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. So what the Lord say? The dwelling shall be in the fatness of the earth. So when they go into Job 9 and 24, here where it say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So what Isaac now bless Esau with? The fatness of the earth. And where it say in Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Going back to Cain, going back into Esau, it say he covered the faces of the judge thereof. And who's the judge? Going back to Jacob, If not, where and who is he? Going back to Esau, going back to Cain. This is the wicked on the face of the earth, because the Lord has dealt a balance, on the right hand side and the left hand side, righteousness and unrighteousness, evil and good, So going back down in the scripture, it say, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, we mark Job 9 and 24, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. So it say, by the sword shall thou live. So by you killing, and that song familiar, that ain't song familiar. Going back into Micah 2:2, it say, and they, I'm going to go back to 1. It say, woe to them that devise iniquity and the work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power of their hands. So who had the power in their hand? Ruling the earth. Who the earth is given unto? To Esau, which is the wicked. He ruling the earth because the power was given unto to him, which is Isaac gave him the blessing, to rule the earth. But how we ruling the earth? With his sword. Going back to verse 2, it say, and they covered fields and take them by violence. So how you go take them? By the sword, by killing, by raping, It say, and his and house and houses, and take them away, which is Jacob, which is our people, the righteous people are the face of the earth, the lights are the face of the earth, which is the good, which is the righteousness, the righteous people in this earth. It's also they oppress a man, and who is oppressing Jacob, who can kill Abel, So it say, and he and his house, even a man and his heritage. So Esau do, going back to Psalms 83, they come together with a crafty council, and join a federation to come against Israel, to break we from being a nation, to take away our heritage. So that's why it's in verse 1, they sit down around the beds, around the tables, all the all the crafty councils come together and have, So we know that how Esau is doing his thing. Esau is really placed with his laws, going back into wisdom of Solomon, I'm gonna go back into, I'm gonna jump into wisdom of Solomon after. It say, and by the sword shall they live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion. So Psalms 83, or they come together, or they break you from your nation, or they put you into slavery, a hardcore slavery, or they kill out of millions of our people, or they take over the lands by violence, which they do our brothers, the Gadites, and our sisters, which they kill out us, which they do the Judites, which they do the Levites, which they do the Benjamites, all the northern kingdoms, which what they do unto us, or they take over our land by the sword with violence. It said that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob. So then Cain hated his own brother Abel. So going back into Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. So Abel was a blessed one, because he bring forth his firstling unto Yahweh for his offering, and Cain had hated Abel for that. He did hated Abel righteousness, he did hated whoever Abel do, giving the Lord thanks and praise, and offering up the best way, at the best way he could offer up, and going back to Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing, what Isaac gave him. It say, wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, which is his mind, the day of my father mourning for my the days of mourning for my father are at hand. So he doesn't say, Isaac gonna die just now. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So he's saying, hey, daddy, on the hooligan, say, hey, in the mind that he gonna just now, no? And he go and kill Jacob. That was going through his mind. That'll show you the mindset of Cain is the same mindset of Esau. You know, he wanna kill his own brother. You know, his own brother he wanna kill. So just show you that how the Lord, you know, hate Esau and he loved Jacob because he always gave Jacob that blessing. You know, he even pleased by Abel offering. You know, and Abel offering a firstling, you know, from his flock, and he being the first one to die, you know, for righteousness' sake. You know, going back to how Yahweh Hashem Yoshai died for righteousness and for his people. You know, so you don't see favor in Abel, and same way how we see favor in Jacob. You know, that's why he gave the covenant unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, so Esau hated Jacob because of his blessing, and they and continuing in verse 42, it say, and these words of Esau, his elder son, were told to Rebekah, which is his mother. He say, which is Esau and Jacob's mother. It say, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau are touching thee, you know, to it comfort himself, you know, proposing to kill him. So that's how the mindset that Cain is the same mindset that Esau, you know, which is the wicked. You know, they always trying to oppress the poor. They always trying to come at the poor, at the righteous, at the good ones on the face of the earth. You know, going back into wisdom of Salakia, going back into wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10, it says, let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor revenge. No rever. Salakia. No revenge. No revenge. The ancient gray hair of the age. No reverence. The ancients gray hair of the age. It says, let our strength be the law of justice, for which is the government, which is a structure, the unrighteousness with the government, with the wrong table, you know, how they rule the earth, they practice their unrighteousness with their government, with their laws, you know. It says, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. It said, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous. You know, so what they're doing is laying in wait for the righteous, you know, because he is not for our turn. So the righteous is not in our wickedness, and for that wickedness what Esau on, you know, which is going back to who? Jacob is the righteousness. Abel was righteous inside of the Most High. And say, and he is clear contrary to our doing. So we was clean, you know. He abroaded us with our offering the law, and objected to our infirm Salakia, and objected to our infirm the transgression of our education, So, you know, he coming forth with all his lie on the earth. We coming forth with the truth through the Bible, you know, following the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai. So he hear that, you know, he hear that. And going back when I say, therefore, let us lay in wait for the righteous. Yeah, wait, come and say here in the scripture, I don't know who's the wicked. Who is the wicked, you know? Here where it's saying in Proverbs 1 and 11, it say, if they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us show you how the wicked is. This is the wicked. Esau, Edom, and Cain. Go back from Cain, go back to Esau, Edom. It say, let us look, privily for the innocent without cause. So then, you know, they say, let us look privily for the innocent without cause. So you want to kill the innocent just without cause. You want to lay wait for their blood like a vampire. That's really wicked. They say, let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. So that the mindset of the wicked. They want to lay wait for the righteous, lay wait for the innocent. You know, let's show you how Yahweh Shai have the righteous, which is Jacob, and he had the evil, which is Esau, going back into modern day we living in now, going back to the Rothschilds and the Hamburgs and all these Rockefeller, Bill Gates, and all these men and them, you know. All these men is the men of the wicked. This is the evil men on the face of the earth to rule in the earth, you know. And who's the righteous? The men of the Lord who go out on the highways and byways and preaching the gospel, you know, and preaching righteousness to our people and waking them up to the heritage which Esau, Edom take from us, you know. So we bring it for the righteousness on the earth. So what Esau saying, lay wait for the righteous, you know. They sit down and wait to destroy them, you know. They will lay wait. They will lay wait. That's why some of my brothers want to die for this truth. Because why? They want to oppress the poor, you know. And like how Cain slay Abel, they want to slay us because of our righteousness. Because we see, you know, favor in our Hashem eyes, you know. That's how we know, you know, who is the wicked. That's why we as a people had to know to trust in our enemies. That's why Sirach chapter 12 verse 10 say, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. True, he humble himself and goes crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, which is Esau, Edom, going back to Joe Biden. All these sweet words, and then after, when they get elected, you want to comfort with the vaccine, and you only study the black natives and the black native Indian and the Latinos, you know. Since when you care about us so much? Since when the wicked care about us? You know, that'll show you how they come humble, you know. They come in humble with their wickedness. It say, and beware of him. You know, so we gotta be aware of him, be aware of the wicked. It say, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. So no matter what you do, Esau, Edom will always be wicked. You can never clean the wickedness out of the wicked. You will always be wicked. He will always be in wait for and to seek who blood he could devour, who righteous, who poor man you could take, by the sword to slew them, because going back to Genesis, he gonna take over, he gonna rule the earth with the sword, he gonna take over the land with the sword, he gonna the blessings with the sword. Going back to Micah 2:2, he gonna cover field with the violence. So this is the wicked. They always plotting, going back into to Micah 1:2. He always with the craftiness, and true he humble himself, he go for crouching, yet take good heed. So you have to watch, because we are the righteous of the earth. We have to watch and know who is the wicked, because Yahweh Shemosha is the balance, so we have to always be seeking righteousness, because the Lord say, hey, the meek will inherit the kingdom of heaven, not the wicked. And that way we saw hate us for. Going on to Revelation 12:12, it say, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. And that's talking about, the people. You see, go back to the people. It say, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knew it. He have that he had but a short time. So Esau knew he have a short time, so he can come with great wrath. Great wrath, seeing we how Cain kill Abel, because he seen that Abel gain through, and he go down get go be ruler, He kill his brother to get rulership, to get dominion. And how we ruling it through wickedness, So Esau now, what he do? He push up himself to get a blessing. So the Most High, which is controlling everything. So alright, I will give him a blessing to do what he's do best, which is the Lord's sword. To take over the land with wickedness, to take over the land with the sword by violence, and rule for a certain time. But the promised land, the true blessing is given unto Jacob. Going back into 2nd Ezra 6:9. It says, for Esau, which is the wicked, the unrighteous, the darkness, the sinful one, it says, is the for Esau is the evil. Yes, like for Esau, you really the evil. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So what's that beginning? Righteousness. Cover the face of the earth. We ruling the earth with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. We ruling with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai in righteousness. So Esau is the end of the world. And the end of the world, going back into the end of all lust, all vanity, all this flesh which full of infirmity, going back into spiritual and cleansing the whole earth with righteousness. That's what Jacob coming to do, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. So Jacob is the righteous, Esau is the wicked. Abel is the righteous, Cain is the wicked. So modern day how we living in this time and right now, the so-called white man is the wicked, and the Jakes, which is the 12th tribe of Israel, is the righteous one. But the righteous ones is really the men of the Lord, the 144 elect men, the men who go down to the highways and byways and put their bodies as a living sacrifice, preaching the gospel, the true doctrine of Yahweh Shemashai, through Great Millstone, through the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And even 2/3 of our people, join with the wicked, go and get put to death, or go and come back through the loins of the elect men in righteousness, having, the law written in the inward part, so everything gonna be judged righteously. And we're gonna get Esau, We go down get Esau that cup we give unto us when he come down evil on us. You know? Put us to slavery, put us to death, hang us, kill us, feed us a gator bait. All these things we have waiting for Esau. So a long stingery tail. You know? Waiting just for his back. Some hardcore slavery for Esau. You know, say double the cup unto Esau. So we can double it unto him for his wickedness and for laying wait and killing the innocent and the poor. We have something coming for Esau very sweet. He will hide in his bunker, he will hide under the rocks. No matter what we do, we will find him. Because you have Hashem give us the spiritual power, which is righteousness. You know, that power of righteousness to come and take over the earth within righteousness. That's why in Revelation 21 say, for the old heaven and the old earth have passed, and the new one coming, and the new one coming is Jacob coming, you know, to take over which is the beginning that follow it, you know, to take over the place in righteousness. You know. Hope this video was edifying. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone once again. Salutation to the Achaeans who preach in this truth. To the four corners of the earth, they want to act what to listening and learning. You know. Until the next one, shalom.